Hey guys, I'm FatBuddyCat, and this is my Trailmaster MB200-2. Okay, we are right where we left off. I have the parts cut for the slugs, and the frame is ready to be put together for welding. This could be interesting. Right off the bat, the first problem that I foresee is the pipe moving when it is inside the frame and I'm trying to combine the two ends. If we were to hammer this end in with a mallet and make sure that we have just enough metal exposed on our slug to overlay with the frame, we should be all right. We're just going to have to set some tacks so that this end in the frame doesn't move when we combine that end. That way we maximize the use of the slug itself. Okay, I just used a rubber mallet and I have 10 inches exposed, which means I have about 11 inches back here in the frame. Over here I have about 10.5 inches to the end of our tube. So when I combine this section to that section, it shouldn't bottom out and cause me an issue. I just tacked 3 of my holes. They're not real heavy tacks, but they're strong enough to hold everything where it needs to be for right now. Get this back in the garage and figure out how we're going to get that other end on there. Well, that was super easy. I just stood it up. I used that cradle like it was a kickstand, picked up the other end and fed it in. So far so good. I could actually step away. So if there's 6 inches showing, I have about 4 inches in. I'm right here. So that'll work. I'm going to drill out these 2 rosette holes, and I'm going to add another one down here. I just wanted to make sure this was going to work. So I'm going to drill those out, and then I'll try to show you how I did this on video if I can. Alright, I got you guys propped up on my chair. You literally have the best seat in the house. At least the garage. Yep, I'm going to lift this up. Get it on. You see how I'm using that cradle for kickstand? Yeah! Put some torque thunder on it. Come on! Alright, that's all I got. However, it's enough where it's not going to come apart. Now, we have to figure out how to get these two ends together. This is tacked. That's not moving. So, I'm going to try a rubber mallet, give it a few bumps. That doesn't work, we'll find something else. This size strap may have been slightly overkill. The idea is, when you pump it, you pull the two frames together. As I got closer, I had to move the handle out here. I should have done that in the first place. It makes it a lot easier. Alright, I have these two ends pulled in really close to where they're going to be. There should be one cutting disc width in between these two pipes when this section is bolted in. So, at this time, I'm going to add my tube in here, and I'll end up welding this side up here with a couple tackaroonies in it. This down tube is going a lot easier. It's shorter on both the slug and the surfaces that you're going into, so there's less friction holding things back. Up top, I even got a little extra snug because it looks like they didn't really cut the pipe to an exact fit, and they just pooped some weld in there and called it good. It took a couple mallets and a piece of wood to really get that thing up in there snug. They they pinched the pipe a little bit, but we'll take care of that. We're lined up with our reference points here. I'm going to go ahead and bolt the cradle back up, and then we'll take another look at our top tube. I have this bolted up, just gave it a bump, and she is perfect, pretty close to it. The other side looks even better. Alright, so we have a little holdup up here. You guys remember what it was? I do. When I cut this in half, it wasn't completely cut. It wasn't clean all the way through, and I had bent it, and that created this little thing right there. Okay, so all I'm going to do is pull back this material. I'm going to get in there with my micro disc, clean up both sides, bring this thing together. Those reference points are spot on. Wham bam bla jam. Just like that, we're all lined up. Alright, I have everything tacked. So, now I can release my strap and finish welding my rosettes. I have all my welds filled in except for my seams, and now I'm going to clean it up. Alright, now that I have all of those welds ground down, I'm going to go back with some 60-13 and take care of my seams. We'll fill these in with some JB Weld, Bondo or something. We'll smooth it out after. We don't want to keep throwing heat at this thing. These are 70-18. Strong structural welds. This came out pretty good. You can barely even see where this one is. And I just had a couple spots where there's some slag built up, but I could grind that right down and get it out, but I like to leave a little chunk around my seam, so I'll just fill these in with JB Weld, and when I sand it out, you won't see any of those pot marks. Well guys, it seems as if my JB Weld is kind of frozen. I'm gonna have to take it inside and let it warm up before I get to mixing and sticking it on this frame. But that's okay, because as always, it's a work in progress. Have a good night, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.